Well, would you... Hello, this is your artistic weak friend Dylan here. Welcome to WTF is wrong with you. It's one of those... It's same people that did like the tests and the test 2 and the test 3 and the test chamber and the test blah blah blah. I have not played the test chamber yet. I have planned to, but at some point. But this is one of those other games that are like it, but also it's a different kinds of questions. So let's just go into it. Hello, welcome to WTF Industries. You're probably wondering, where the hell am I? How the hell did I get here? Who the hell are you, and what the hell is going on? Now, I could spend time answering your questions, or I could just ignore you entirely and make you answer mine. As a matter of fact, that's most likely what will end up happening. In case you don't know already, I'm Skirt, and I'll be the one analyzing you today. See, here at WTF Industries, we really go above and beyond to determine just how the world is, but more importantly, what makes the world so in the first place. The answer to that question is simple. People. Yeah. People, to be precise. People like you and me make this world go round. Now you're either thinking one, two things right now. You're either thinking, wait a sec, I'm not up. To which point I tell you to get you damn big mouth with a liar. Or, if you're self-aware like the rest of us here at Trees, you're thinking, uh-oh, how does Skirt know I've already? And again, just like most answers to life's hardest questions, it's rather simple. We're all That's right. Every single one of us, we're all incredibly in our own unique, individual way. Your mom's your dad's your brothers and your sisters are all super. Your friends are way more than you realize. And you, my friend, are just as the rest of us, just slightly different, that's all. So what's the point of all this? Well, again, simple. I'm curious. Tab. This might determine how you actually are in comparison to the rest of the world. I've seen if I could go back to the menu to bring the music back up, but I guess this is how the music's going to be. I'm going to ask you a slew of ridiculous questions, and you're going to respond with very simple answers. Okay, the key here is to answer as honest as possible as you can. Through your answers, I will determine how you might be. This is all a very simple process. You see, after answering my questions, I'll just take your answers and jam them to this meter behind me, and I'll let us know just how up you truly are. One of the ways we like to test our subjects is to line up questioning considered around the same common variable. The common variable is, what would you do for $1 million? Let's say that hypothetically, every question you say yes to implies that you're willing to do whatever it takes to require you in order to win $1 million, right? Now, let's also say that as you do these tasks and win this money, that you get to keep all the money as it stacks up. So if you were to do 50 incredibly ridiculous things for $1 million per task, you'd end up with $50 million when all is said and done. Except the things I will be asking you to do for $1 million aren't incredible. And if you answer yes to even a single one of them, it proves our point that you two are. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, take your time and answer these questions honestly. There are no redos, there's no going back. Mention that whatever you agree to, you must go through with. So be sure to answer appropriately and truly think about the consequences of your actions before you agree to take on the task. That being said, some tasks aren't nearly as bad as others, and some tasks sound horrible at first, but actually aren't too difficult to accomplish if you actually give it some solid thought. So as I said, don't answer these questions quickly. Instead, take some time to imagine yourself actually doing the task before you say yes or no. If the task is eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, then actually envision yourself eating the sandwich before answering yes or no. The task is kick a goldfish down a flight of stairs while wearing nothing but your mother's stilettos and sing Ricky Martin's songs on repeat. Then just imagine that. Anywho, Let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's see here. For $1 million. Would you eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I mean, yeah. Alright, now that the easy ones are out of the way, for $1 million, would you kick a goldfish? Would you kick a goldfish downstairs or wear nothing but your mouth? I love singing Ricky Martin songs. Nah. Great. Gotta clear that up. Moving on. For $1 million. Would you look at kids? Would you look at kids? No. For $1 million. Would you eat an entire 2-pound raw fish, bones, and guts? And oh. I'd rather eat fish. No. For $1 million. Would you eat one small live cockroach every day for a year? No. Once a year? Possibly. For $1 million. Would you spend 1 year in a insane asylum where everyone thinks you're actually crazy? It depends on what kind of... It depends on what kind of asylum. Is it like the crazy asylums where they do like shock therapy or something? Or some bullshit like that? Nah. For $1 million. Do you start in porn with your... No. Do you start in porn with your... I'd start... Wow. For $1 million. Would you marry it? No. For $1 million. Would you marry? No. For $1 million. Would you marry both your parents because that's the first thing to do so no one feels left out? Again, no. Would you eat a medium-sized sack of turtle shit? No. $1 million is really not that worth it nowadays. Would you collect a dozen fireflies in a jar just to seal the jar and throw it into the ocean so it'll look perfectly pretty at night till the fireflies inevitably run out of oxygen and light goes out forever? Oh, well. If there's an overpopulation of fireflies, then maybe. But realistically, I probably wouldn't. That one was a little depressing. For $1 million. Would you give up internet, Wi-Fi, and all digital contact for a year? Oh, this sucks because I actually do like. There's a lot that I do with it. For $1 million, though, not sure. That one is more possible for me. Would you kick a colonial penguin once a week on a strict schedule of 3, 12, 8 every morning for a year? If you can stuff down your consciousness for 30 seconds a week to kick that penguin, you still have to be considered that 3:12 a.m. is typically a pretty inconvenient time to be awake. Now again, you do only have to kick that penguin once a week, but then again, you might really enjoy kicking penguins, in which case this would be an amazing opportunity for you. How many people get to say they kicked a penguin in their lifetime? I mean, I'd probably pay $1 million to kick a penguin, to be honest. I think I might be in the wrong line of work. Anyway, do you kick the penguin once a week for $1 million or not? It's gonna be don't get paid extra if you kick the penguin more often than once a week. Not really. Well, more penguin kicking action to go around for the rest of us. For $1 million, would you only listen to industrial bluegrass for the rest of your life, whatever the fuck that is? If it was for like a year, probably not. For the rest of my life, probably not. For $1 million, would you give up sex and masturbation for the next 3 years? I'm saying no because of the health benefits that they technically are for. There's health benefits for both of these, so technically, so both mental and physical, for $1 million. So, no. Would you give up all good tasting food and only be allowed to eat low budget hospital food for the next year and a half? I guess I kind of. Why a year and a half? Specifically, not just a year. Sure, I wouldn't really mind that as much. $1 million, would you last for your big toe and dip your feet into piranha and fast water for 30? Oh, hell no. No. For $1 million. Would you look at dirty public toilet completely? No. For $1 million. Would you stay for 24 hours on a house that's said to be hunted by the ghost of a serial killer, determined on some occasions bodies have been found in the house? Ghosts of a serial killer. It's not the serial killer, it's the ghost of it. If I could be prepared for it, then sure. For $1 million, would you eat half a pound of rotten snake carcass? Half a pound, actually that might be a lot. Not really. For $1 million, would you eat a live possum while the silhouette can choke into its ape grasp? Would you sink your teeth into its hide? No. For $1 million, would you let your worst enemy pick a tattoo that you'll get? Don't you hear? No. For $1 million, would you watch the movie you hate the most on repeat for the next 6 months? I don't really have a movie that I just hate. Sure. Would you bathe in a bathtub full of random third world country strangers' hair clippings? Oh god, yeah. Nah. For $1 million. You should drink a gallon of drug. No. You have to keep it down for 1 hour without. No. $1 million. Would you use a Ouija board to summon a demon? Honestly, I'd be down for it. Yeah, sure. It's a great way to meet new friends. For $1 million. Would you kick a disabled toddler in the face? Sorry. No. God, these questions. You know, if you kick them hard enough, they might not even know what hit them, and you could probably get away with it. For $1 million. Would you steal an old man's cane while he was crossing the road? Could it be my dad? He has a cane. No. For $1 million, would you give up your belief system and proceed to worship a deity and practice a religion that you truly don't believe in for the rest of your life? Isn't that most Christian? Oh, sorry. I don't really have a belief system, so. Or, no. For $1 million, drink a 16-ounce glass of dog drool. 16-ounce glass, ugh. No. For $1 million. If your public quiet head gives you skin cancer, your tails you get the $1 million, would you use it? So would this be like a 2 million situation where I get $1 million regardless of which way it goes? But if I hit tails, I get a second 1 million for it. To be fair, I don't go out in the sun very often anyway. No, I should not. No. Would you box Mike Tyson for 15 rounds? Disclaimer: you get to wear headgear, but it doesn't protect your ears. I may not know about boxing, but I know that that kind of reference. It's one reference everyone should know. Oh wait, 15 rounds, God no. For $1 million, would you let a demon possess your body for an hour? Can I wait? Oh, I can do this. I can use the arrow keys. No. Would you eat a small bag of live slug? Can I salt them? Can I salt the slugs? Can I get a little seasoning on there? Oh, real. Oh, No. For $1 million. Would you hunt a leprechaun to the end of the rainbow, then kill him with your bare hands to steal his gold? Well, for roughly 1 million. Did it just give me 2 million? No. For $1 million, would you make rough love to a cactus? No, I don't want. No. Would you staple your? No. For $1 million, would you duct tape a duck to your face for 2 hours? How big is the duck? Can it be a rubber duck? Ooh, wait a minute. Would you duct tape a duck to your face for 24 hours? It doesn't say it has to be a real duck. It could be a rubber duck. A rubber duck that just tapes to your face. I swear. Oh, yes. If it doesn't specify what kind of duck. Would you give up your dream job and any chance of ever pursuing your dream job in the future? I don't really have much of dream jobs, really. For $1 million, would you never talk to your current family and friends again and just cut ties with them completely? If they were more, let's just say, no. I probably, no. For some of them, maybe, but like the nuclear one, no, probably not, definitely not. But for others in the realm, well, I probably would. Would you give up video games for the next thing? No, I'm playing one right now, so no. For $1 million, would you give up all beverages that are not water? I mean, I kind of already do. I mean, I drink that, but I feel yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I already drink most 90% of the time it's water I drink anyway. For $1 million, would you punch an? I knew this question was coming up because it was in the images of the Steam page. What is with these developers wanting to have us punch a nun? These developers really want people to punch nuns. No. I had to. For $1 million, would you masturbate with a crucifix in a church? No. Would you spend 10 minutes burning in the fires of hell? Could I last 10 minutes? Could I last 10 minutes? It's all down to if I could even just last 10 minutes without losing my insanity. Nah. For $1 million. Would you elbow drop your grandmother through a table from the top rope on turnbuckle? Well, first off, I don't think I could even pull that off. Second of all, they're kind of not here, so not here. So unless they're a ghost, and then if they're a ghost, and then I could do it, and I'll just go right through them. Ha. Got you. But realistically, no. For $1 million. They'll like bring her back from the grave, just so you could do that. As a zombie grandma. Would you spend every night sleeping in a sewer for a year? I just have to sleep in there. I don't have to actually live there. I just have to go whenever I go into sleep and just have to be there. Well, I don't. You know what? If I just have to sleep there, no. I have very sensitive sense, very sensitive nose. No, no. For $1 million, would you rob a bank? The money you sold equate to exactly $1 million. I don't even think I could pull it off anyway. For $1 million, you shoot a man in an arena just to watch him die. And you know, for $1 million. I feel like this is a reference that I'm not going to understand. No. For $1 million, would you sleep outside alone naked in a snow-covered forest for 8 hours? No. No. $1 million. Essentially, you're just sleeping the night naked in a field of snow forest. Would you stick your big toe in a running garbage? No. I wasn't saying if it's running. No. Would you cut off one of your nipples with a scalpel? This is another one that I saw on one of the images on the Steam page. No. $1 million. Would you fight a zombie to the death with your bare hands? A zombie, just one zombie. Yeah. For $1 million. Would you perform an original slam poetry speech to an audience in a packed football stadium? No. $1 million. Would you get your eyebrow tattooed to make it look like no. 1, I feel like that might hurt. 2, would you marry someone you know is possessed by the devil? Yeah, sure. We can listen to metal. You can listen to some great music together. For $1 million. So that means I could just marry to someone that's possessed by, say, Lucifer's not devil, he's fallen angel. Never mind. I was thinking of like Lucifer from Hazbin Hotel, but no, it's not. Would you check a hot pot of coffee with No. Ouch. $1 million. Would you eat 10 hot dogs whole without chewing? So you're essentially like, you just have like a stack of hot dogs all the way down to your stomach. Oh, that's too bad. That would have been kind of hot. Okay, I know what you are. For $1 million. Would you outrun a man with a chainsaw? Talking Chainsaw Massacre, Resident Evil 4. Oh, what was another one? Oh, there's one in Cry of Fear. I'm trying to think of a bunch of examples where that has happened in games or movies. No, I probably couldn't. Are you sure? It's not like he's chasing you or anything. You just gotta run faster than the guy holding a chainsaw. That should weigh you down. True. I don't know, yeah, okay. Would you grind mealworms to find paste and snort them through a straw? Mealworm drug. For $1 million. Would you belly flop into empty... Ow. Considering how I am, no. That would not end well. For me nor the pool. For $1 million. Would you stick your face in deep fryer for a single second? Just... Oh. Maybe 1. Be like, okay, 2. I'm just thinking of the damages and the hospital bill. For $1 million. Would you eat an entire horse hoof completely raw? No. Did you dress up as Nicolas Cage and seal the Declaration of Independence? Can I plead that a game told me to? In court? Could make an excuse that you would are doing a parody video for the movie. Do you eat a small bowl of your ex's? No. $1 million. Would you eat an entire pie made of powdered sugar and dandruff? Had me in the first half. $9 million. Would you dive into a pool of milky green snot every day for a year? Oh, that's, oh, that. Milk? Why milky? Would that be a healthy one? Kind of. I'm not. That's just. Would you? You what? No. Drink half a gallon of expired. No. Make someone's lice-infested head for it. No. Would you watch your parents have 6 months a day for you? No. Would you have a threesome both of you? Why do you keep doing that? Without... Oh, God. That's even worse. No. Why do you have to... Kick a brick wall as hard as you can. This was another one I saw on the Steam page. No. I'm already finicky with how my nails are like with anything that could damage them or anything like that. I'm like, no. Would you give yourself 100 paper cuts in a random place on your body and jump into a swimming pool full of salt? That is $1 million. Would you watch your dad make sweet love to a llama while wearing a sombrero and a punch? Why does it always have to involve parents? Uniform flesh. For $1 million, would you walk around with cottage cheese for a year? No. Would you eat a dollar bill that was contaminated with COVID? No. For $1 million, would you milk your pick a cake using your breast milk and then eat the cake? What the? My God. These are the kind of questions I was expecting, but still, it catches me off guard. Would you get kicked in the head every morning for your alarm clock for a year? No, because I wake up perfectly fine. Would you wipe your ass with toilet paper made from poison ivy? No. Oh, ugh. Would you go the rest of your life without eyebrows? Disclaimer, you can't draw them on or replace them. Sure. It's $1 million. Would you retake the first 10 years of school all over again? First 10 years, so would that be like kindergarten to 9th grade? I mean, if you're not from the U.S., you would not know. You wouldn't know that, but kindergarten to the 9th grade. Or would it start at the 1st grade to the 10th grade? If I could retake it with all my memories, then yeah, probably. For $1 million. Would you stick your genitals in a frozen water? Oh my, no. No. Would you sleep in a bed full of... No. Would you fall with 3 handfuls of maggots down your own What kind of fear factor shit is that? Would you let a boa constrictor wrap itself around your neck? Not really. Would you roast a marshmallow on a campfire with your bare hands and eat it? Eat the marshmallow or my hand? This one. How close do I gotta get to roast the marshmallow though? If I could take my time and just have it like at the very edge where I'm not really... It seems like it might be possible to not get burned, to not burn your hand. It seems like it might be possible, so sure. $1 million. Would you run through a college campus completely naked, covered in honey? No, that'd be funny. It could on the news. Would you let someone chop off your pinky finger with a burning hot knife? What kind of mafia? Is it mafia or yakuza that would do that? Maybe both would do that. I don't know. No, but no. $1 million. Would you eat expired dog food? I mean, sure. It's not that bad. Probably have some indigestion or something. Dog food is edible to humans, which it wouldn't taste good most of the time, but it's edible. Would you spend the night trapped in a mansion with a serial killer? No. For $1 million. Would you bear hug a porcupine? Oh, that'd be it. Oh, but then it would attack afterwards, and it wouldn't attack until no. For $1 million. Would you slam your own ankle into a car door as hard as you can? No. There are not a lot of rolling. What the fuck did I just read? Would you light your arm on fire and fist fuck a goat? What the actual... $1 million. Would you be a human dartboard? Let professional dart players play a full round of darts. Well, they're professional. But would that mean... Oh, wait. Would that mean they're aiming at me? Like there's points on my body and they have to aim at... I don't know. Would you fuck yourself with a splintery wooded dildo? No. No. $1 million. Would you stick a needle in your... A lot of people will be into that. I am one for not. I am one that is not. Would you bite a hole through your own arm? Would it taste like chicken? No. I don't think I even could physically. Would you pierce your own nipples with a... No. 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 Clean a dirty cat litter box with your bare hands that were covered in freshly bleeding open. No. 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 You should pull out one of your teeth with a pair of pliers and no drugs. What kind of saw shit is that? Would you jump into a shark-infested water with raw fish tied to your belt? To be fair, sharks aren't... Well, the raw fish part is what will probably get me killed, not because I would jump in there with the shark. Sharks aren't actually that dangerous. But if you got the raw fish with you, yeah, they would definitely go towards you. Would you kill and eat a raw desert tortoise? If you just had the second half, that would have been impossible. Well, would I kill? I would have to kill it? No. Would you bathe in your own urine for 24 straight? No. Pee sauna? No. Shout out to the ones that know that reference. Would you drive a car into a lake with the windows rolled down and your seatbelt security fastened? Securely fastened though, so it might be harder to get it unfastened. Would you bungee jump from them? No, I would not bungee jump in general. For $1 million, would you spend a year living in a cave in the Middle East? what part of the Middle East? Is it parts of the Middle East that are being bombed? Or not sure. For $1 million. Would you confess your love for your best friend naked? Probably not. For $1 million. If you go to war against your own country. Considering where I live, I feel like that might happen. I feel like that might happen anyway. I feel like it's gonna happen regardless right now. For $1 million, to hear this video probably going out like months, like a month and a half in advance. Geofishing using your own pinky toe as bait. I'd have to cut off my pinky toe. No. $1 million. Would you smash your own kneecap with hand? No, God. Oh, ow, no. Would you headbutt a bunny rabbit as hard as you could? No, ow, no. No. Big your nose for 10 minutes on national television. Sure. Honestly, not that bad. That is, I don't, it was on national, it's, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck would care? Would you take a shit in the frozen food section of a crowded grocery store? About desperate enough? No. Would you turn yourself invisible for a year without the ability to make yourself visible again? A whole year, though? For $1 million? Would you give up all but 2 hours of sleep per day for the next year? So I'd only get 2 hours of sleep per day for the next year. Is what essentially what you're saying. I can only be able to sleep for 2 hours. I'm sure I might be able to get other stuff done, like caffeine, but I don't think that'd be that healthy. Would you shit on your dad's chest? No. Would you let your dad take a shit? I should have seen that coming. Are you gonna ask them for? Would you hit a stranger on the back of the head as hard as you could with a baseball bat? Got you. Makes me think of that Sim song. Baseball bats by Sim. If it makes any difference, a stranger was offered $1 million to hit you over the head with a baseball bat, and they said yes. It just happens they used something before they saw you. That changes things a bit. But I don't want to. If I still had in this scenario, if I said no, they would still have to try, but I might defend myself? Nah. Would you sing in a country music band for the United States? Oh, no. Yeah, fuck that. Me neither. Oh, we're finally in agreement. Would you pull out all of your fingernails and toenails with a pair of pliers? No. That's a whole Higurashi scene. For $1 million. Would you put a funnel full of white worms in your... No. No. Would you fight a giant scorpion the size of a full-grown pit bull to the death? Not really. Or send me pepper spray you in the eyes? No. No. Would you let your best friend tease you? No. I'm saying no to a lot of these. Would Oprah Winfrey sit on your face with her bare ass? No. You let a lifestyle crawl all across your eye. Nope. Chill with that one. Would you let someone break your toe with a hand? No. No. Would you become homeless and live on the streets with no help from anyone for a year? It's the no help from anyone. That part that makes it a no. Not like anyone. Would you? No. Just like no. If you guys find another, would you ghost your best friend or significant other right now with no explanation, never speak to them again? Yes. I don't have a significant other anyway, so. And I haven't really talked to my best friend in a long while anyway, so I guess. Would you break into a neighbor's house in the middle of the night? Pressure. They sound asleep. What? No. Would you give yourself 13 stitches on your face with old thread and an old dirty junky needle? No, not really. Would you try a gallon of cough syrup 3? What is with you and butt stuff? Would you streak naked on stage during a game show in front of the live studio? Full live audience? No. Would you smoke 100 packs of cigarettes for 24 hours? That'd be more like could I? That'd be more of a could I? I wouldn't. But it turns into the question of could it even be possible? For some people probably is, but for me, no, I couldn't even do it anyway. Would you have sex with worst enemy in front of their parents? Honestly, that would just be very funny. Yes, because that'd just be very funny, and I get $1 million out of it. Would you cheat on a significant other with their best friend or sibling, and then admit what you did, and tell them right to the face that you aren't sorry, then you'll probably do it again? Would I? No. Would you have sex for 100 straight hours, even though you'd be extremely chafed, bloody and raw from constant friction, burn, sweat, and other bodily fluids? No. There is a limit to how much. And you urinate on a stranger's head from a hotel balcony, then shout your room number once you're finished. No. Would you match with someone on a dating site and then show up for a date, only to laugh at them and tell them to their face they look way better in their profile picture, that you're no longer interested? So you would laugh at someone that's catfishing you. In a sense, this is like insulting someone that's catfishing you. So you know what? Sure. And you get $1 million out of it. That's how my headspace is going to take it. And intentionally clog all the toilets in children's hospital and then load the hospital food full of Lex. Oh, what the... Would you eat 12 packs of used condoms that a random stranger handed you to you? Can you even eat condoms? No, I mean, no, regardless, but can you even eat one? Would you eat glass? Like an actual drinking glass? Like chewing that shit up a crunchy like it swallowed the broken shards. The whole glass is gone. No, but apparently there's someone that's done it before. My strange addiction. All that shit. Sure, someone stretches and intentionally betrayed them by outing their sexuality to everyone they know, even though they confided in only... No, I would not. No one would make me do that. Would you snort a straw full of gasoline and light a match to your nose? So you want me to set my head on fire on the inside out? The inside out, no. Would you pretend to be a stripper at a strip club and put on a new show after pretty for food? I wouldn't be doing any of that anyway. No offense to anyone that does. Would you lick a homeless person's feet until they're so? No. Would you just go through a car wash naked, slowly clean yourself while cars are waiting on you to finish? No, because I feel like this would actually hurt me more. This would just hurt you. Have you seen the kind of stuff that's in a car wash? Like, no, that would just hurt like hell. All the bristles and shit. Would you drive through a fast food restaurant and order $1,000 worth of food off the dollar menu, and then proceed to finally launch it all back through the window of the employees one at a time? That Loki just sounds like something that would happen in GTA. Go to Click and Bell and just throw all the food back in. No. $1 million. Would you steal $1 million from one charity and then donate it to a completely different charity? It depends on charity. If I steal $1 million from a charity that is like for example, like an anti-LGBT kind of charity that kind of promotes hate like that. Steal from the Salvation Army, and then donate it to like the Trevor Project. If that is my way, I could do that. If I can specify the charities, then yes. Take it from the Salvation Army, who are very anti-LGBT plus, LGBTQIA plus, and then donate to like Trevor Project or something. Would you drink a glass full of dog? No. Nah. Would you give unprotected blowjobs at a glory hole twice a week for a year? What? Oh my god. No. For $1 million. Would you hand over all the passwords and account information to everything you own to a complete stranger and just let them go ham? Not really. They would take the $1 million that I earned from this. Would you perform a breast implantation surgery on yourself? No. $1 million. Would you let your grandparents take pictures of you and then send them to the rest of your family? Not really. I only have one grandparent anyway. Would you dance naked in front of a window while your neighbors pass by, and then when they notice you, you shout, hand jobs, $4, blowjobs, $5, sex, about $3.50. No. No. For $1 million. Would you have sex with a serial killer in their basement without telling anyone before you left home? Damn, that just sounds like an interesting B movie. That sounds like a really cool B movie, the thriller B movie though. No. $1 million. Would you eat a large live cockroach every night before bed for a month? Every night? Well, I know it would be dead because it'd be like crunched and it's a bug. It's still technically good for you, but no. $1 million. Would you go to prison for 3 years for a ridiculously embarrassing crime that you did not commit? No. $1 million. Would you accept the money knowing that one random family member would instantly drop dead if you said yes? Oh god, it's the random. This is just a classic question. This is just a classic kind of question. Oh no. $1 million. Would you give up sex or masturbation for the next year and then hire strippers to visit your home daily and attempt to arouse you in various ways, knowing that you can't touch yourself or interact with them in any way at all? Sure. Would you eat only testicles with tomato sauce for nutrition for the next year? No. Wait, what kind? No. No. Would you go through all your years of schooling from start to finish again, but as an adult? Like I would be an adult going through it all, or have the mind of an adult going through it all? No, it'd be, oh no, that would be weird going through it as an adult. If you were like physically an adult, that would just be so weird. You'd be questioned for things if you're on a certain, you'd be questioned if you were in the files. Now, $1 million. Would you French kiss both? Weird three-way tongue action. Why a hunt? That is weirdly specific. 107 minutes. No, regardless, but why 107 minutes? That is so weirdly specific. Would you give up bathing or using any form of odor control such as deodorant, perfume, floors? No. I'd like to feel clean, please. I love to feel clean. $1 million. Would you give up bathrooms and toilets and only defecate or urinate outdoors or in public view? No, for $1 million. Would you get a giant cock and balls tattooed right across your face? Oh, no. The balls would be up here and it'll just be... No, but just imagine that would be, it's funny. Would you get all of your teeth removed and then surgical implants into your, it's creating this strange, monstrous, anal jump creature made of nut mirrors and shame? No, that's just so, no, I don't want to be a monster. Cut your own thumb off with a cigar cutter. Oh, just, no. Would you eat all of your pets? I have one pet right now. I would never eat him. And raw? No. For $1 million. Would you eat a pile of graveyard soil from an old decrepit grave? $1 million. You made me think that I physically could. Would I want to? No. Would you stay in a coffin filled with scorpions for 3 hours buried 6 feet under? No. $1 million. Would you skydive naked and land on the rooftop of your local fast food restaurant? Wait, if I'm naked, wouldn't I not have a parachute? And I would just... Technically, I'd be naked, so I wouldn't even have a parachute. So I'd just go... Splat. Would you become a pimp and manage a bunch of prostitutes, but all of the prostitutes have no arms? Oh, that... What? Okay. This is not me debating. This is me being like, what? She's like, what? Huh? Oh wait, they could have like those prosthetics, right? They could have like prosthetics as well, and that's how you pay for the prosthetics. Would you crawl naked across a bed of hot coals, frontwards and backwards? Nope. Would you shit inside of a turkey and serve it to a holiday dinner? Is a turkey alive? And then I have to kill the turkey afterwards? Or is it like just a frozen turkey? You just... Still no, but... True form your interpretation of a praying mantis mating with another praying mantis and then eating its head in the form of a slam poetry in front of a packed football stadium. Interpretation? Does that mean that I'm eating someone's head? That's my interpretation. Or is it with another actual praying mantis, or is it with a person? Oh, there's so many questions with this one, but no. So that's a no. Would you punch it? Wait. I think I already asked this one. Well... Would you... Is there consent? Is there consent? If there's not consent, then no. For $1 million. Would you inject yourself with Ebola twice? No. For $1 million. Would you fight a tiger to the death with your bear? No. I don't think I could. I would not survive that at all. Would you let the world's strongest man punch you in the repeatedly? No. Nope. Nope. Would you stick a lightning rod in your ass? Hurt yourself? Oh no, no. For some reason, I feel like someone would be out there would be into that, but no. I don't know why they would be. Would you shred dog shit from your shoes with your own toothbrush and then use your... Of course you would ask it like that. No. Would you dig all of the money, $1 at a time, out of a rat-infested cellar full of rotting garbage until it added up to $1 million? I'd do that, so I'd have to do it 1,000,000 times. Would you eat a ball of hair from a stranger's bathtub drain? It doesn't necessarily mean that it's their hair. Oh, but no. Would you let spiders crawl across your open eyeballs into your mouth, nose, and ears? That's a no. Would you sleep in a bed full of venomous things first? No. No. I know he said not to answer quickly, but some of these are just immediate, like, would you drink glass of pus? No. Drink tea brewed from filthy rancid socks, supposedly patients in a retirement home. I mean, I could. Would you drink a glass full of liquid that accumulates at the bottom of garbage cans? Simply a leg gnawing is contaminated nuclear waste. Oh, just speed up the cancer process. Why don't you? You've been in a sewer for a year, having to hunt your food and drink down there all by yourself. $1 million. Would you crash your car into a packed amusement park, jump out of the car, and make a run for it? So I'd be perfectly fine in the car. I just I crash into there, jump out, and then just go, and then just dip. No, I feel like I'd end up in jail. Would you? Because there'd be cameras everywhere. You would not be able to walk nor talk your way out of that. Would you jump overboard on a cruise ship and swim through shark-infested water to the nearest island? I probably wouldn't last. Not because of the sharks, but because I would not be able to swim for that long. I can see, yes, I can swim, but I don't think I'd swim that long. Would you take a shit in the aisle of a plane that 42,000 feet while everyone's around you watching horror and disgust and quietly return to your seat as if nothing happened? No. There's a lot of no's here. Would you sleep with your best friend's parents and record a sex tape with them and then send the sex tape to your best friend? No. I don't know why I thought about that for a second. Would you have a small animal surgical implanted inside of you and let it chew its way? Oh God, no, that shit. $1 million. Would you walk naked through a grocery store while actively pissing simultaneously, smiling and waving to strangers? Oh, just imagine that's funny. Just a big old grin. Would you work a meteor job for the next 40 years budget smartly, save around 20% of your paycheck each pay period, put in a savings account, cut spending on luxury items, and invest your money wisely? Well, it's kind of hard to do this with a mediocre job nowadays. But would I do that? Yeah, I could. Would you? Well, that makes one of us. For $1 million. Oh, and I get $1 million after because I did it. Would you sit through an entire episode of Grey's Anatomy? Oh, the horror. Yeah. Wow, you really are fucked. He does not like Grey's Anatomy. I mean, I don't either, but it's fine. Well, I think that's about all the fuckdom you can handle for one session. Let's go ahead and calculate results, shall we? We'll just push this button here and... Huh. work, you silly machine. Ooh. Aha. Here we go. You got your results. Now, according to this, you're approximately 11.5% more fucked up than what the fucktometer considers normal. It's actually pretty outrageous. I would pay good money to do most of the things listed, let alone taking money for doing them. What the? Well, at least you know you fall into a fairly low category of fucked upness. Generally, when someone gets already this normal, it means that their friends are typically super fucked up to counterbalance your normalness. I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder how fucked up your friends are. You should have them drop by and find out. I'd love to see what the score of the fucktometer gives them. I got to censor so many of those, because that's way too many to have in a video. Oh, by the way, the machine spit out some weird word for you. It says dysfunctional. I'm sure what it means, but you should hang on to it. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to take a scalding hot shower, rinse my eyes with acid, snort a lot of bleach into my nasal cavity. I feel very filthy after administering that test. And quick before I go. You seem the type of person who would appreciate a fucked up fact. Just want to know about you after the session. Maybe you'd appreciate this little tidbit of knowledge, custom tailored to your own fucked up brain to process. You know, dogs actually have corkscrew-shaped I think I kind of know this already. Corkscrew-shaped penises. Some of them have barbs at the end of their ducts. Describe how leftover sperm. The female front rifle. Male ducts. Okay, some of that. Okay, the first part about the shape, I kind of knew. I don't know, it's a weird thing I learned. I just thought you might want to know that. You're welcome. That's yours now. You keep that. Your result has been based on many different factors and may vary with each playthrough depending on your answers. Your experience and have learned something or taken away something positive from this experience, even if it's a laugh, a simple smile, or an exhalation of air from your nostrils as you contemplate why the fuck you decided to play this game. If you so kind of leave a comment, those are your secret word. We take those words to apply them to our main project, Chasing Demons. I'll also be selecting some of your names to be included as characters. I feel like I probably missed out on this anyway. Which you can find on Steam, add to your wishes for future announcement of recent information. Hope to take a name from comments, placing them in credits. Upcoming RPG title as a thank you for your participation and support. We really appreciate you for your reading your words and thoughts. If you elect your secret press on other titles, feedback and this helps us construct this project and those other titles that we're currently developing. We will always read every comment we get. We won't go unnoticed. Aww. Please support us by playing our other projects and leaving your secret words for us. We'd greatly appreciate it. We'll have a link to our other games on our main title screen. And thank you so much for the bottom of our hearts. I hope you got some form of enjoyment out of this session. I did. It was fun. Support us further. Chasing DM entries. Prior to the journey, the test, horoscope, confession, sexual comedy, the confession, naked news, offensive comedy. Thank you for watching today. I look forward to your comments. Until next time, Random Studios. Critics. That was what the fuck is wrong with you? I hope you enjoyed this fun little quiz. I guess, hour-long quiz. And I hope you enjoyed some of my reactions to some of these questions. And maybe some of my answers. I don't know. This was just nice and fun to do. Like the other games, the test games. Anyway, if you enjoyed, if you did, subscribe to the stuff I do right here. And see you next time. Bye-bye.